I don't know if this is a message. Hi, it's me, that Donna, the one you never know what's going to come out of her mouth. Okay, hope you can hear this because I got these on. Because I was watching a video on YouTube. So, never grow, something is definitely a message. Never grow up. I'm going to give you what little bit of details I can. You may have already heard of this, and I hadn't. I just was scrolling YouTube the other day, and it came up, and I started to watch it, and it's been briefly interrupted several times while I was living. And I just needed some alone time. I'm going to have to crack a window. I'm too hot with my hoodie on. I don't even know if that's going to help. Anyway, though. Okay, so in the event this is a message, I'm going to go ahead and mention a few things since it seems like there's a message in here aside from my favorite one is this. Ignorance is the absolute worst, most horribly disgusting disease any human can ever have. Any person, human, living being can ever have. So that being said, backstory. So I ran into this video of, cops doing a welfare check and finding sort of a house of horrors, but not really. I mean, it's a house of ignorance, which is horrific in this particular case. Somewhere in like Houston, this girl, a woman, supposed to be Stacy. What was it again? Oh no. Oh, ooh. I had a thought, because I watched Bailey Sarian. Okay, let's move on. Stacy Gunther. And she was being cared for, supposed to have been she was 33 years old. This was in, I guess, 2023 when they found this all out. So it's only 3 years ago right now. It's 2026, June. But I've been watching this video and I just finished it today. And then I was also watching some little shorts on TikTok that I found because I was just trying to see about Stacy after. I had seen in the comments that, hey, good news. I saw pictures of her updated. She's healthy, living with the aunt. That's wonderful. I'm so thankful and glad for that. I still do feel sorry for, the older sister who doesn't sit there and go, oh, I'm out. I'm overshadowed. No one cares for me. And that does happen, and it happens a lot, I think, to people who have someone in the family who takes more care. That needs, calls for, whatever you want to call it, requires more care. I'm not saying it was okay. I'm not saying blah-de-da-de-blah. I just really do feel sorry for all of them involved. That's not, on neither end of that situation is an easy place to sit. And I'm not going to be the person to judge. That's not my job. God gave them their duties, their mission, their role, their journey, and they played it out, and now here we are. 314, which always matters to me, so I'm just going to bring that up. 316. So, is this even... Hold on. Let's just pray that you can hear the before and the after. I took these off because I'm, for one, so frigging hot, and I need some airflow. So, I was watching that, and like I said, I do sincerely feel bad for all that involved and what I was thinking about everyone involved, because what I was thinking is, I wonder if, because this was 2023, so she was supposed to be 33 years old then, she'd be like 36 now, so I've got to pee so bad. Yeah, something about timing for sure. I wonder if maybe she was born, and they said she had seizures. I've done no other research, just those few videos I've watched for like a second. They were saying she has seizures. And I know there's a lot. I don't know, actually. I'm not a doctor. I don't know anything. So I'm going to infer that there are many issues one can have, either in conjunction or whatever, that actually cause, or vice versa, seizures. And there's just, you can just have seizures. I mean, my son had hypocalcemic seizures. My daughter, when she was first born, had them. But then for the rest of their lives, they're good. But there are other things. And I know a lot of times, like, if you have seizures and this, that, and the other, or like way back in the day, people would be deaf. My favorite book, that was a thing. 4:57 a second ago on the clock. So anyway, so I just got to thinking about it, and then I didn't realize it, and eventually by the end of the video, my biggest comment was just what I said when I started this video, which was, ignorance is the worst, most disgusting, awful, horrible disease anyone can have on the planet. Okay? And that's my opinion. My open ion. That's what's open right now for me. Mindset of ions out into the world. Ooh. Oh. It needs to be inside me, though, too. Ignorance is the most disgusting, undesirable disease in the world. And it can be applied to anyone or anything, multiple things, all of the things. But I guess maybe I'll do some more research. Maybe we'll find out. But that being said, because they said she has the mind of like a 4 or 5-year-old. Had an incoming call, keeps trying to call me, don't want it to call me, busy right now. When I'm ready, I'll answer. It's a rainy day, nobody's coming over to swim in the pool. So, something about never growing up for sure, but maybe someone else who needs to hear this, or you know someone that's like disabled or something, reach out, get help, call the cops, call an EMS, go to the doctor yourself, no matter what relation you are to the family. Don't listen to anybody, and just go say, we need help, we need help, we need to help somebody take this person off of our hands. But I know they didn't want that because they wanted the money, but I'm just saying, like, just don't do it. It's ignorant. There's so much you can do. So the things that I was seeing yesterday into today, and then I Googled it, was, I swear I need to get like a tablet or something to keep on me, was, I kept seeing these cars, right, that were almost, some of them you could call like natural colors, like, you know how you'll see like tan or brown. So these were like this coppery, browny. They weren't brown. I called them literally copper. But I saw some that were like darker, some were lighter. And then even, because I pointed out to my husband, I was like, look, see, I keep seeing these kind of cars. I don't know what the point is. And all I could think was copper. Okay, so I Googled it. Oh, and then one was brass. And so I was like, well, copper, brass, same. Maybe I should look that up. And I know that has to do with wind. And the rain is pouring right now. But what I read was, you know, about, of course, abundance. And copper having to do with, you know, money. So again, abundance. But, oh shoot, now I feel like I need to re-Google it, but I don't have a device on which to do so. And if I pause this, that's gone, and that can't work. So anyway, just Google it. I typed in like copper, or seeing copper is actually what I put, and I didn't even put spiritual meaning. Usually I do, but it pops up and you can just click it. But I didn't put that there. And it was just talking about, yeah, like wealth, success, a few other things. I can't exactly completely remember. But at the end of the day, what I said was, oh, because I was like, what are they doing? Like, how are they? Because it's like, it's metallic, right? Which I used to call sparkly, because it is. It's like the color of the car and metallic. But it's like, it was like they were doing it with gold metallic. And that's what at the end of yesterday. So either you're digging for gold. Oh my gosh. No, you're making gold. Oh, God, I'm so sorry. Yes, you're making gold, because I just saw this other video today, and I love this idea and these ideas. I love to make something out of nothing, like good something, positive. I like to take something that's like falling apart, chipping, breaking, useless, and just like fix her on up. I'm in this stage where I'm trying to learn to garden, and I'm sucking at it because either I drown them or I dry them out. And then the other things that I do, I don't even know what it is, but they just die. But, yeah, like, that's definitely got to be it. Whoever, us collectively as a people, I pray, hope, and God, please lift us into this. And I do that daily. I'll water my plants, and I'm like, yes, spread the love, spread the light and enlightenment, because, anyway, Oh, I get off track all the time. Maybe, I don't know, Drax came up too. Oh, it did in the washing machine, but it was spinning, see? Ah. So, I don't know. If that's something, let me know in the comments for sure, because, yeah, it may resonate with you. So, maybe you are also seeing these particular collars that are just like standing out during shows and whatnot. Maybe it's more of like a gold or yellow toned, or you're seeing or bringing out the yellow gold, the light or something. Maybe you're making money. You're obviously, as long as you stay on the path, and I don't even want to, because I'm not the boss, I don't know the things, but I feel like the important thing is stay on the path, like keep going, and don't give up, obviously, and don't make a bunch of excuses. Let the rain fall down. Yeah. Maybe you're seeing also the copper. Maybe you're seeing the same kind of cars that I'm seeing that just like suddenly seem to hit the road, jack. Seem to hit the road with that coppery gold kind of vibe going on, and especially SUVs. White. I don't know. That's what I heard. Like, I was just like, what is it? I don't want to force it. Force. The force. Use the force. I don't want to force it. Yes, you don't force it. Yeah. Because that was the thing about the cracks. You didn't have to, like, yes, you kind of go out looking for it, but you don't. You just see it, and you're like, ah. And then you see what it can be, and then you turn it into that, and you're making gold. You're making gold out of the cracks. You're mining. Or what's the opposite of mining? Or, well, not the opposite, like, because that would be burying gold, right? Not digging. So, but because you're creating it, whatever, alchemizing. Oh, alchemy, it brought that up. That's what it was with the copper. Something about alchemy and all of that as well. Ooh, yeah. You, me, we, I. Prayers. Oh, never grow up. Just get a job, at least for a while. Do a little online stuff. Make sure and dabble in your arts and crafts, because duh, we all need to do that. Writing, drawing. I mean, there's so much more, but that's like, I've been working on drawing and definitely writing, and of course this, and trying to enlighten myself spiritually, trying to get out and get my walks in when it's not pouring rain. I wonder if it's still pouring rain. This is how my windshield looks. It's not really pouring, but it could again any second, but maybe it won't. Anyway. Yeah, don't spin around too fast, is what I heard. So, do you spin? You don't spin. But when you alchemize, could you like a, that's what I'm getting, like a cotton candy? Oh. And then, yeah, and the nervous system. Wait, what? What is happening here? The thread, the nervous system, waking it up. When it's awake, it's gold. What was it that I saw? Oh, I hate when the app, maybe it's not meant for this message, but there was something else, and I was like, yeah, that has got to be a message. I know the one thing was like, we were watching a show, we were watching Mike and Molly, and you know how you can get those things like 1, 2, 3, it's like, some of them are wood, most, this one was made of wood, and it was all pretty, and had like, I thought it was flowers, it was flamingos, so just in case that's a thing, but I don't know if it's that or so much as what I was thinking is the mail. Or letter, or like storage, maybe something's put away and you're gonna find it, or you need to find it, but it's like it's actually responsibly put away somewhere, maybe filing. But I was watching Mike and Molly, and for some reason it caught my eye in both houses in that episode. Oh my gosh, that's right, I was gonna try to remember which episode it was, like what was going on in the story. There's so many now, but that last one that I remember was not the one, but it was, I felt like it was relevant too. And it was literally the one where Mike's mom, Peggy's old friend Kay, which is played by Kathy Bates, comes back to town, and she's like, no, I'm done with the world, like forget it, there's too much evil out there, I've seen so much. I literally can't breathe right now. What? Whoa. Hold on. Because what were we just talking about? I had this moment when I got here to go on my walk, and then I realized I had forgotten my headphones, and I went back to get them. 15, fives have been 555ing to death. I'm about to have goosebumps, or I can feel it. If I can stitch it in, I will. If I can't, I'll try and reference it. But I had this moment where I just had like this thing, and I didn't know if it was like a thing. And so lately, instead of, I'm trying to remember, but I couldn't find even my notebook anyway. And so I recorded it. I was like, maybe I'll make another half of the video and put it with it. I don't know. But it was talking about that because I went to college for criminal justice, for example. Like I did. I just did. I have an associate's in it. It's, you know, whatever, probably doesn't even count. Shouldn't, because all the debt that I can't afford to pay back that they won't erase from a college that's basically, like, the college is dead now. Like, it's not even existent anymore. 1611, 1116, 111, 6, abundance, pregnancy, whatever, birthing, new life, lots of babies. This is all relevant, by the way. Whether it's just for me, you know what, at this point, I'm vlogging, okay? So I had that, and it was literally me, as if someone's like, well, why don't you do this for a living? You know, like, if I found someone in this horrible... By the way, this was before I got in my car and turned that video back on. So I get in the car, and I drive over here. I'm like a hop, a skip, and a jump away from my house, like, literally 2 minutes, and I get in the car, and before I get anything started, I turn off the music. Actually, I switched CDs first, then I turned off the music. And I had this thing where it was like, well, why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you in that career or whatever, you know? But for me, this also comes back to a question for myself. It's not even a question. It's I've worked on, whatever you want to call it. I've worked on my power, my self-power. Tried to over the years, whatever, you know. I watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer, you know. Willow. I want to try to levitate a pencil, you know. I better get the image right, you know. Get my other sight right. And I can get that third eye in line as well. Hey, maybe that's the way to do it. And so it was like, in response to the question, like, well, why aren't you a cop? Why aren't you EMT? Why aren't you anything that has to do with caring for other people? And showing up maybe to someone's house, maybe my own, maybe my family's, maybe my friends, maybe a stranger's, and seeing, you know, people being harmed or, you know, neglect, it's harmed, okay? Seeing that level of ignorance affect innocent and seemingly otherwise, you know, for all intents and purposes, helpless people, and knowing that I couldn't do it because I'll have a bad day, because whether I'm actually bipolar or I just deal with PMDD, which I also think is a thing that I deal with, or the moon affects me and people think that's woo-woo, and it's not. It's literal, actual, physical science. Which is actually, oh no, it's this. I get it, but you get the point. Like, it's biology, it's science, it's chemistry, it's, what's the other one? The distance, like, geo or something. I think that's wrong. It's psychology, it's physiology, and I'm not even someone who has any of these knowledges or degrees. That's just my brain. Oh, that's the goal. That's the interwoven, just do it. Nike. That's the interwoven web. The things that you think, the realizations that you have, the pattern recognition, the synchronicities, things that stick out for a reason. What? That that came up somewhere, that whole sticking out thing. What was that? Anyway, so in that episode, Kay's like, I've seen so much, the world's a bad place. Mike and Molly. I don't want to be a photographer anymore and travel the world and go places and party and do things. I just want to be old and play bingo. Leave me alone. And Molly's like, no, wake up, you're alive. You know, Melissa McCarthy, hey, call me. And I'm not. It wasn't me. It really wasn't, though. But okay, whatevskis. Maybe smell your breath. Maybe something smells like dog shit. That's all I got to say. And it ain't me. I've been sitting here for 20 minutes and 17 seconds, plus actually more than that. I came over here around 1 something, right at 1 when the WWE thing started. It's 2:47 and I'm still here. So, it's not me. I would have smelled it so sooner. So, I don't know. I think it's a thing. Hyundai, gray trucks. So anyway, and you know, Molly's young and vibrant and just now became a writer. So she's trying to push Kay back out into life to live again. And this whole thing happens, of course, the way it's meant to. And they're stuck in a traffic jam. And the woman's pregnant. And Molly's trying to deliver a baby. She don't know how to do nothing. And Kay shows up. And she's got all this worldly knowledge. And she's a woman. And she's like, yo, you're fine. Baby's head's already almost out. You're good. And then she's like, this was so beautiful. All these women with their tits. And you have to watch the episode. Because everything you do and everything you touch is gold, and you need to keep showing up because we need more. Because there really is. Hold on, I can't breathe. There really is that much hate and hurt and anger and meanness and awfulness and ignorance in the world. And the big thing is to me that it doesn't stop at one. You know, I listen to, like I said, I listen to so much Bailey Sarian lately. It's become like an addiction. Everything is for me. But it's better than what it was before. It was food. It was really unhealthy food, and it was soda. So I got that under control. So I listen to a lot of that, you know, and it is. It's like I can truly, because I'll empathize with almost anyone. I can truly say, yeah, some of the, almost all of them were a victim in some way, but they take it from here to spiraling out of control. Yeah, the washer, spinning too fast and getting off track, and then making it something it should have never been, that it never needed to be. Oh my gosh. Wow. So many things just happened in this 22 minutes and 33 seconds that was from the previous days. It's weird how when I just sit down and do it, it all just comes out. But it's really hard. I don't like being vulnerable. In case no one's noticed, that's kind of why I wonder if I'm a narcissist. And just, I try not to be. And again, yeah. So, things really are being revealed, even if it's on like a individual level. And, you know, the tits got to get out and show themselves. Women need to get out and show themselves. Because we got to take the earth back the way it's meant to be. Oh, gosh. But, yeah. Maybe that was it, though, you know. That, like I said, the interweb of all of us is actually, you know, that's gold. That can be gold. All of us together as a team, and just taking care of each other the way we're meant to, and not letting the monsters win, not letting them take us. I was gonna get out during that massive rainfall because of my big old curly bangs that I cut that I never should have cut. They can go in a million places. I can look so many different ways. Look, you don't know me, you know me. I'm someone else today. Hey, what's up? I got a fro, bro. For real, you want to see the real hair? I mean, it's been in this hair tie now for 2 hours. But, like, that's the hair, bro. The teeth are actually quite white. I had somebody comment on that once. But, they're decaying, and I'm 37 years old, and I'm not, like, relevant, again, because this keeps coming up, too. I'm not one of these people who's like, oh, I'm just getting old, and that's it. Like, I gave up. I'm not giving up. In fact, now that I fully believe that just wanted to see what color it was, because from a distance I thought it was one of those colors, and it wasn't. I fully believe that we, even though our bodies are supposed to stop, women's is anyway, supposed to stop after a certain point, like when you can no longer conceive, your body's like, okay, I'm done with you, and it begins to kind of warp you out of here, spin out, wash out, you know. But I'm not just gonna, I don't want to just sit here and go, well, I'm dying, I'm gonna eat a fish sandwich or a cheese sandwich every day for the next year or two until I just disintegrate. What? Like, I'm here, never grow up. Exactly. I'm gonna grow up just like the girl. That was my thing when I saw it. I was like, that's how I want to be. And doesn't anyone realize? Because in the one part, the cop kept saying, like, he was telling the guy, like, yeah, she's a 33-year-old woman, but she's mentally 4 or 5. Like, don't you realize that? Like, hello. But what also hit me was where I was looking at the different... Oh, God, people are a mirror. People are a mirror, not just because they actually do what you do, or what I do, or what we do, but also because when we think something about something in them, we have to ask ourselves why we think or feel this way, in that way, whether it's positive or negative, and then we need to realize and turn it on ourselves and say, hey, yo, me, what's up? Hey, it's me, I'm the problem, it's me, and deal with that. And so, with that dynamic, what I was looking at between the man in that situation, that story, the Stacy Gunther story, her sister's name was Bobby Joe, so if you're looking at it, it was Bobby Joe, oh, frick. I typed it in the first time because I had the wrong last name. I went with her married last name. But anyway, you'll find it. It's on there. In that, after watching, and I already consider myself like a pretty good, like, people reader and this, that, and the other, which maybe sometimes I also give people a little too much faith, but I need to because for my sanity. The girl, the sister, who was alive and well and healthy and able to take care of herself and was supposed to be caring for her, whatever, I guess essentially younger, I don't know, her sister, who was 33 but like super disabled, she just kind of kept making the excuses. And my thing is that at first I'm looking at her going, she just truly does, like, she just, and I felt like she was more culpable, more responsible for this situation than her husband. And then I watched him talk. Right up front, he's like, why am I being arrested and held here? I didn't like it. I've been telling them that telling my wife, whatever, that I didn't like this situation. We can't care for her. It's too much on our hands. We need to find someone else. And my wife just said, yeah, I know. And then we never did anything about it, basically. No one would help us. No one would help us. And because like I said, for a second, I was like, I feel sorry for her. She's the most accountable, though, the sister. I felt like Bobby Joe was responsible for the whole situation, and poor Stacy. I'll give you a few things, but let me start with now, after watching those that footage of him in the room versus her. First of all, they handled her not completely differently. You just have to watch it. I felt like the questioning and stuff and how they spoke to them was differently, and I know that whatever, we'll leave that. I'm not going to talk about that because I don't know. I'm not a cop. I don't know the situation. I've had like this much talk to about what interrogation and this, that, and the other is expected of you, okay? When you're on those kinds of jobs. But when the guy started talking, and after I watched it, and then I even kind of went to TikTok and was seeing those other little clips here and there. I didn't watch them for long. I came straight here to make my video. I was like, whatever, I'm done with that. I thought so. And I thought to myself, this man, he does understand. He understood minute one. He knew he was in trouble. Now, maybe the sister did, and I don't think she did. I don't think she knew to know any better. Yeah, I bet she did know she needed to feed her sister. Yes, she's resentful. Yes, she feels like she didn't get, she was been handed a raw deal, okay? She was overshadowed. No one loved her enough, hugged her enough, praised her enough. I understand. She was a hurting girl. And maybe I need to go watch some trial footage, so don't hate on a sister. But from the little bit I saw, I actually think the man is more responsible in terms of the bigger picture, pulling ourselves back at 30 minutes, sorry. And the reason is, like I said, from hearing him talk, even the cop or whoever's in the room with him interrogating, even the cop says, because the guy, says, why am I basically responsible? And he's like, well, you knew better. Essentially, in short terms, he's like, you knew better. You're standing here telling me that you didn't like it. You wanted to get her, you wanted her out of there. You had no one to help you. The way he spoke, you could tell. Now, the girl, no offense, the sister of the sister they were abusing, not Stacy. Stacy was the 33-year-old in the wheelchair, or not in the wheelchair, but like, who looked like she was like, Skeletor, because they had neglected her, which is a form of abuse. So either way, she's been abused. So whatever. I truly believe, at least at this point, like I said, right here at this point, this moment in time, that Bobby Joe, even though maybe she was a little resentful, maybe in the back of her skull somewhere, she was like, this woman doesn't know how to feed herself. I know she can't eat that. I know she's not going to go to the restroom by herself. I know she's not. I think the man is more responsible, because I think the sister is either a narcissist now or just whatever. I don't feel like she knew. I feel like she did not know better. I feel like she really didn't know better, as sad as it is. I feel like she could be and I could be wrong. We're going to have to, because like I said, then I watched it later and I find out, number one, which is what I was wondering from the beginning, where's the girl's check? Find out they have a check coming that they're spending money on, this, that, and the other. But that's the thing, that's what I'm saying. I know a lot of people I can no longer hold a whole lot against, because even though in my heart I know, we were raised better, this, that, and the other, not everyone has the same ability to juggle. And in life, especially for women, again, not an excuse, this is me saying, if anything, like warning, 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 don't go out and just pop out children. Because for one, you might find out 10, 20 years later, I shouldn't have been a mom. I've thought that a lot lately. I shouldn't have been a mom. I am a baby of 6. It was rough, but not like, not like that. We lived off, my mom was a disabled whatever, and we lived off welfare. Straight up, 100, there it is, guys. We did. I mean, I never thought like, oh yeah, but I did think like, well, it's normal. Lots of people do it. I wasn't like, I can't wait to live off the system, because I'm not, for the most part. I try not to. God. But a lot of people, their ignorance is, they put a lot of fear, anger, hate, resentment, walls up to hide their ignorance, or to think they're hiding it, or just whatever. Probably even me. I think that sometimes I think, I always think that people think I'm just so stupid, or this and that, and then like I'm like, I think that I don't try to be intelligent. I believe I am intelligent, and one of the reasons is because I know how unintelligent or uneducated that I am. Yes, I need that notebook, because something just came up the other day too that I was talking about, how they say like ignorance is temporary but stupid is forever, and I was like, because I think stupid, take it back to STOOP, stooped, like they're stunted growth, and it's like how they say whatever, you're up here, so you've been stooped, your growth has been stopped, whatever I just said. And so it's, maybe you're the person in a situation who knows better. Maybe that's the thing. Yeah, and maybe you're just really hard on yourself. But if you do know better, and you think you can do better and should do better, and there's some some answer out there, you should probably just go ahead and take it. I'm not your boss. I'm just saying. So like I said, maybe, like I said, that, shit, my eyes so itchy. That dark to light kind of situation. Maybe you know better, so that's why you're gonna pay for it, or you know, whatever it was. Because like I said, that was also one of the thoughts earlier that was like that going through my head when I sat in the car and made that other video where I was just like in tears, because like I said, the thought of people being treated that way, anyone, and it going that way is just, and so I was just honestly like, I don't know if this is a message, if this is, because a lot of times all my life I'll get these like just, you know, it's like something's going on in the back of my mind and all of a sudden the answer or the nutshell of it. That's so funny. Because we went to test drive a vehicle yesterday. I'll just go ahead and tell you. And my husband got in the very back seat. It was third row. He's got two Hyundai Santa Fe. And he got in the back seat and he was like, it's a nutshell. Like, because he said, I don't even fit back here. And I'm like, he's like an inch shorter than I am, so he's not a huge dude. He doesn't have long legs. He has a longer torso, shorter legs. I have a shorter torso, longer legs. Anyway, but like I'm like 5'2" and something, and he's like 5'1" and something or something. And so he was like, it's a nutshell. And now look, see how that all wrapped together? It's crazy. In a nutshell, if I can even remember. Sorry, this got so long and I'm so hot. But now the sun's out and I'm ready to walk. By the way, it was supposed to rain at 3 o'clock, not rain at 3 o'clock. So I knew that was going to happen. It's always 20 to 30 minutes earlier than whatever they say, no matter what, every single time. And this is how I know, because I'll come here to walk and I'll be like, I've got an hour until 3. It was actually like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So anyway, I forgot. We went to test drive the vehicle and he was like, in a nutshell. So in a nutshell, I think it comes down to like, you know better. Maybe that's the thing. Like, you're the person in the relationship or the situation or whatever, whether it's work, friends, family, you're the person who knows better. And same thing, like if with that job situation, if I was to have a job in that area, it's like, yeah, I know better than to act or behave this way. And that's why it's, you know, inexcusable. But like when you can hear someone like that who's like talking in circles just over and over, that's all I can infer, unless she's a darn good actress and already thought this far into the future, which I don't think she did. Well, she did a little bit, because she never said once about having a check for her sister. She was like, yeah, we spend maybe about $400 on groceries a month, about $100 per week. This was in 2023. I have 4 kids. And she's got kids, I don't know how many. But let's say, it sounds like she's got a decent amount. Let's say she's got just 2. That's 4 adults plus her, the sister that they're neglecting. That's 5 adults. You're feeding 5 people. You telling us that you're feeding 5 people on $100 a week? And again, no offense to anybody, the man was bigger. The healthy sister, of course, was healthy. Bobby Joe. Anyway, so maybe, yeah, I mean, everything you do is gold or something, right? The interweb. There's gold in the nut. They crack the nut. That's kind of where that went. There's gold in the nut. Crack the nut. All up in your nut, cracking it. Okay. Because if you don't know what movie that's from, we can't be friends. Just kidding. I think that was the message, y'all. I'm so sorry if anyone even stayed. I'm sorry. Whew. That was, okay, real quick, in case you were... So, the thing that... knew that song. I was like, this is so beautiful. Who is that? Nothing compares to you. You're gold. Nothing compares to you. You have gold in there. Crack all the nuts. Could be. Could be. I mean, look at all these videos I've been watching. Shoot, there could be something that's going to happen involving sirens, cops. Earlier was an ambulance. Gray trucks. Dark gray and light gray. I'm not even kidding you. Dark gray trucks or gray trucks. What the fuck, dude? Okay, you're done? You just pulled up to listen to music for... Okay. That was weird. And again, I said some earlier, circles going around circles. Maybe someone's following somebody. Maybe we're following this into another... Oh, the rabbit hole. And I said, is it a rabbit hole though, or a rabbit hole? But what was it? Oh my gosh, that's why I wanted to write it down earlier. I was gonna start singing before that crazy video happened, and I was like, oh, I need my notebook because I wanted to write down. I was like, this will be a good song, lyric, poem, something, and it had something to do with the rabbit hole. So anyway, I don't know. That should probably be it because I've got to pee so bad. If someone is in that bathroom and it's locked now or something, is somebody in there? Because it's been locked the last few times I've been here, and that makes me so mad. And I can't get in it. But, oh, it's so pretty out now. Woohoo, yay, I'm excited. And let the sun shine. Oh, gosh, I'd never grow up. I'm sorry, guys. 4049, the 49ers, 40, 4040. 740, 74, 40, 411, 114, 40, 57. I'm thinking it's going to be too hot to wear this out here. Oh, shoot. I'm about to pee myself lit. I'm going to have to just pop a squat, which should be so normal. 4113. 4113. In case you wanted to hear what that number was, I just said, why didn't you take that off sooner? That's so crazy. The detail with the man that I said earlier, I think also makes him accountable as, A, he did know about the money. And here's the thing. When they're taking the girl, Stacy, out of the room in that video, both videos, I've seen two different sets of captions saying, assuming she's saying two different things. For one, Stacy doesn't have kids, so she did not say, where's the kids? The TikTok video caption had said that. Where's my kid? I want my kid. The other one said something else, but I think they said kitty, and then I think they give her the kitty. So maybe she did, but I swear, was the guy's name Kenny? Maybe not, but I kept thinking she said, where's Kenny? She was scared of him, for one. Where's Kenny? Or something. And I don't know if that's his name, because I can't remember, but I feel like a minute ago, I was listening, 30 minutes ago, I was like, oh yeah, his name's Kenny, and that must have, I swear that's what she said. So she's like, where's Kenny? And then she says, oh, I want my kitty, but then it sounds like she says something about, where's the money? Okay, well, and I don't know what she has. Okay, I don't know what, she has seizures, okay, but I don't know, what her condition is, I don't know what, but I know if you see anyone and any child, and abused people, but if you see anyone autistic and this and that, sometimes they'll just start repeating phrases. Number one, I feel like you're going to repeat the phrases you've heard the most, you hear the most, or you say the most, if you even ever get to say something. So I feel like people might have been afraid of him, aka Stacy was definitely maybe afraid, where are you taking me? Where's Kenny? Who's out there? And then it sounds like she's like, nobody's home, when she notices no one's there, and she's like, oh wait, shoot, nobody's here, I'm good, I think I'm safe right now, what's gonna happen? But it was that, where's the money? And then she goes, and I know she was very, malnourished and all the things, and all of her muscular abilities were very, motor skills and muscle mass and all that was deteriorated. So, but she does this. Well, one thing that I can say for a fact is, just in general, she's doing this to get the kitty, I guess, the cat. They give her the little kitten or something. But I'm I hear something about money. They claim she's getting it on a paper check, which is odd as in 2023, but hey, everybody's not caught up. I don't know. A lot of times you get a card, or yes, it'll go into an account, because the cops ask oh, so that's going into your dad's account, but the parents had died a year ago and all that crap. Well, no, it's not going into anyone's account. It's on a paper check. How'd you get away with that? That's the thing too. Yeah, that's weird, right? How did you get them to not transfer that to a card or an account, direct account? But usually they're going to give you a card. So that was weird to me, that you hear her saying all that. And like I said, just the fact that you realize when you hear him talk, the way he speaks, the words he says. And again, that's just me. I'm not an investigator. I'm not a professional trained interrogating or human interpretist. I'm just an observer for 37 years who is trying to learn / unlearn. I'm trying to learn to unlearn the previous filters. Toss those out. 44444. 4444. Whatever I said. There was 4 4s on my screen. I'm trying to learn to filter out my own, to get rid of my own filter, essentially. Tabula rasa, whatever, blank slate. Wipe the slate clean. Try to see and read people for who they are and where they come from. And I always have tried, but also I felt like I was doing well, but it's like also, yeah, I might misinterpret something because I might assume something based on one fact when really someone's behavior or action or language or whatever is coming from something else entirely. Maybe I only saw this thing and this thing, so I put those two together, but really that came from something else, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Yeah. So anyway, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, I'm sorry. It is what it is, like my 4-year-old says. Let's go. Let's go for a walk. I'm gonna put my headphones on, go for a walk, listen to a video or listen to music. Thanks for going on this ride with me if you did. I'm so sorry it's super long and you had nothing but my face. I've been out in the sun every day trying to get a tan, and I put on that spray tan stuff, but also I'm just naturally red and it's super hot in the car, but my nose is super red and I think it's gonna start peeling. Ow, it's a little sore. And yeah, so thank you all so much. I hope whatever I said helped somebody somewhere. That's really my biggest goal. If it starts to change people's lives and it gives them something to do, something to listen to, something to walk to, exercise to, dance, yoga. I mean, you're not going to dance to this because, there's no music. You could, though, dancing in the streets all down in New Orleans. I don't know. Thank you, and I love you, and goodbye. You're gold.